So the object itself likely is more massive than the Earth, probably a little bit less massive than Neptune. It sits right in between that terrestrial to giant icy planet range. Its orbit, unlike the orbits of the known planets, is not nearly circular and planar. Instead, it is exceptionally wide, 20 times bigger than the orbit of Neptune.
It's just a tiny speck, a faint dot buried in decades-old telescope data from two sky surveys taken 23 years apart. But that single dot could rewrite everything we know about our solar system. If it truly is what scientists believe, it might be the long-rumored Planet 9. But why are astronomers so convinced that this hidden world exists? Back in 1781, English astronomer William Herschel was scanning the night sky with a homemade telescope, hunting for comets. Instead, he spotted something that moved differently. Not fast and fiery like a comet, but calm, steady, and far away. Over time, scientists realized this object was orbiting the sun like a planet. They named it Uranus. But Uranus refused to behave by the book. Its orbit wobbled ever so slightly, enough to puzzle astronomers. A French mathematician, Urbain Le Verrier, studied those strange movements and made a daring claim. There must be another planet tugging at Uranus from the shadows. Using only math, he predicted where it should be. And when astronomers pointed their telescopes there, they found Neptune, exactly as he'd said. Fast forward to 2016, two Caltech scientists, Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin, noticed something equally strange. Tracking Planet 9 isn't like spotting a bright comet racing across the sky. If it exists, it would crawl through space at just 3 arc minutes per year, incredibly slow. For comparison, the full moon spans around 1,800 arc minutes. So how do you even find something that barely moves? That's where parallax comes in. Think about when you hold a finger in front of your face, close one eye, then the other. It seems to shift sideways. That's parallax. In astronomy, Earth's orbit provides the same effect. By observing the same patch of sky from different points along our orbit, astronomers can see tiny shifts in the position of faraway objects. Over time, those subtle changes reveal how far away something is, and if it's moving. The team searched for sources that appeared in the same place each year, canceling out parallax, then looked for any that slowly drifted. Finally, they found one. A faint dot in data from 1983 and another 47 arc minutes away in 2006. Could it be the same object? Could it be Planet 9? Possibly. Its infrared brightness suggests it's more massive than Neptune, a truly enormous world hiding in plain sight. If we know roughly where it appeared in 2006, astronomers can try to spot it again using powerful optical telescopes. But there's a catch. In all those years, it would have drifted somewhere new, and no one knows exactly where. Thankfully, modern instruments might help. The Dark Energy camera in Chile can scan wide areas of the sky, including the possible region where Planet 9 could be hiding. And the upcoming Vera Rubin Observatory will soon go even deeper, capturing vast new surveys of the heavens. If the mysterious object is real and still glowing faintly, chances are good we'll see it again. But not everyone's buying it. Mike Brown, one of the very scientists who first proposed Planet 9's existence, reviewed the data himself. He doesn't dismiss it completely, but he's skeptical. The candidate's orbit simply doesn't match what the theory predicts. Planet 9, if it exists, should orbit at a tilt of about 15 to 20 degrees from the plane of our solar system. But this newly found object? Its tilt is closer to 120 degrees, meaning it's not just tilted, it's moving in the opposite direction of nearly every planet. As Mike Brown put it, that doesn't mean it's not real. It just means it isn't Planet 9. Still, something out there is behaving strangely. Just because we found one odd object doesn't mean it's the one we've been searching for. But whatever it is, it's keeping astronomers awake at night. Because in the distant dark beyond Neptune, something's definitely moving. There might, however, be another explanation entirely, one that doesn't involve a hidden planet at all. Some researchers think our solar system may have had a dangerously close encounter with another passing star. Two recent studies suggest that a stellar flyby could explain the bizarre orbits of Kuiper Belt objects, and even some of the unusual moons around nearby planets. According to their models, a rogue star once came within just 110 astronomical units of the Sun, closer than Voyager 1 is today on its way out of the solar system. Considering that our nearest neighbor, Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light-years away, this ancient stellar encounter was shockingly close. Such a near miss, researchers say, might be the only way to explain the wild, tilted orbits of distant celestial bodies far beyond Neptune. To test whether a passing star's gravity could really cause this chaos, scientists ran over 3,000 computer simulations, and the results were stunning. The models didn't just support the idea, they revealed that a stellar flyby could explain 2 of the strangest trans-Neptunian objects ever found, both moving backward, opposite the direction of the planets. It could also account for the distant dwarf planet Sedna, which travels nearly 937 astronomical units from the Sun. Astrophysicist Amit Govind, a co-author of the study, said the simulations pointed to a star slightly smaller than our Sun, around 0.8 solar masses, that passed less than 4 times the Sun-Neptune distance away. Even more intriguing, this close call might explain some of the weird moons orbiting our giants. Saturn's moon Phoebe, for instance, moves backward on a distant orbit, while Jupiter and Neptune both have irregular moons that could have been flung into place by that same rogue star. This could finally explain why the outer planets have 2 very different kinds of moons: regular moons that formed alongside their planets with calm, steady orbits, and irregular moons that spin erratically or even backward, likely captured from the outer solar system. If a rogue star really brushed past us billions of years ago, it could be a forgotten chapter in our solar system's violent past. And speaking of mysteries at the edge of the solar system, something else out there has caught our attention. Launched in 2006, NASA's New Horizons is one of the fastest spacecraft ever built, speeding through space at more than 36,000 miles per hour. Its first goal was to explore Pluto, a frozen, distant world more than 3 billion miles from the Sun. In 2015, New Horizons made history by flying past Pluto and revealing a landscape straight out of science fiction. Ice mountains taller than the Rockies, plains of frozen nitrogen stretching for hundreds of miles, and glaciers that seemed to flow like rivers. But the journey didn't end there. The probe kept going, deeper into the eerie and uncharted Kuiper Belt, a massive ring of icy relics left over from the birth of our solar system. Spanning nearly 2 billion miles, this frozen frontier is a cosmic graveyard of dwarf planets, comets, and untouched debris from creation itself. Then, in 2019, New Horizons made the most distant flyby ever, passing by Arrokoth, a bizarre snowman-shaped object unlike anything we'd seen before. The strange reddish world known as Arrokoth, a Kuiper Belt object formed when 2 smaller bodies gently merged, gave scientists a rare, direct look at the earliest building blocks of planets. Even now, over 5 billion miles from home, NASA's New Horizons is still alive and transmitting faint data signals that take more than 6 hours to reach Earth. But its mission is far from over. The spacecraft continues venturing deeper into the solar system and has now reached about 60 astronomical units from the Sun. That's roughly 60 times the distance between Earth and the Sun, or around 5.6 billion miles away. At such vast distances, sunlight is weak and radiation barely touches anything in the Kuiper Belt. That means most of its icy objects have remained almost completely unchanged since the birth of the solar system 4.6 billion years ago. These frozen relics are like time capsules, the untouched remains of the original solar nebula, the giant cloud of dust and gas that formed our sun and planets. To aid New Horizons in its ongoing search, astronomers on Earth are scanning the Kuiper Belt with Japan's powerful Subaru telescope, hoping to uncover new distant worlds that could guide the spacecraft's next encounter. So far, Japan's Subaru telescope has uncovered 263 new Kuiper Belt objects. But the real shock came from an international team led by Wesley Fraser of Canada's National Research Council. Their findings hint at something far stranger, a hidden structure lurking at the very edge of our solar system. The team found 11 objects far beyond what we thought was the Kuiper Belt's outer boundary, more than 70 astronomical units from the Sun. But that's not even the wild part. Based on how many of these distant bodies were detected, scientists calculated that this outer region, though less dense than the inner belt, still has enough material to form an entirely new structure. Even more puzzling, between the known Kuiper Belt and this outer zone lies a gap, a vast, empty region where almost nothing exists. Mysterious? Maybe. But similar gaps appear in young planetary systems across the galaxy, suggesting that our solar system might have formed under the same cosmic rules. For years, astronomers thought our solar system was one of a kind, the only place known to host life. Yet discoveries like this hint that maybe it's not so unique after all. If further observations confirm this hidden ring beyond the Kuiper Belt, it could redefine how we understand the edges of our solar neighborhood and what lies beyond. For decades, scientists believed our Kuiper Belt was unusually small compared to those around other stars. But according to Wesley Fraser, that might just be an illusion caused by observational bias. If these new results hold up, our Kuiper Belt could be far more normal and far larger than anyone imagined. It's a reminder that our space technology, while powerful, still has limits. Sometimes, what seems rare or unique is simply something we haven't yet seen clearly enough. If confirmed, these findings could overturn the old idea that our solar system formed from a smaller-than-average nebula. To dig deeper, astronomers are tracking the orbits of those 11 mysterious objects, hoping to uncover what's really shaping the farthest edges of our cosmic neighborhood. As New Horizons principal investigator Alan Stern put it, this is a discovery revealing something unexpected, new, and exciting in the distant reaches of the solar system. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on every new space discovery, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your support helps keep these deep space stories coming. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep looking up.